Laila, MAJNU, and the Beast. In a lonely Arab village deep in the burning heart of the Arabian desert, a haunting silence blanketed the land under a sky full of stars. A gentle breeze whispered through the palm trees as a mother and her daughter lay asleep on a woven mat in the courtyard under the open heavens. But that silence was not to last. From the shadows, a ferocious beast crept into the village like a messenger of death and doom. Its breath was hot, its eyes glowing like fire in the darkness. Without warning, it lunged and snatched the girl into its monstrous arms. The mother woke up with a start. Her scream tore through the night like a blade. "Laila! Someone please help! Laila, my child!" Panic exploded across the village. Shouts rose, doors flung open. Men scrambled out, grabbing burning torches, beating war drums, and lighting fires to ward off the evil. The entire village roared with chaos and fear. Terrified by the flames and noise, the beast released the girl, half-conscious, bleeding, and broken, and disappeared into the endless dunes of the desert. The girl was Laila, the only daughter of the village chieftain Anbar and his wife Havu. Laila was young, radiant, fierce in beauty and spirit. She was no ordinary village girl. She was a skilled scholar and trained sword fighter, proud and graceful. As dawn broke, the village physician Juna tended to her wounds. Her body healed, but her soul seemed trapped in shadows. Her eyes were pale, her voice low, and a terrible dread lingered on her face. That night, the village soothsayer spoke in whispers, consulting ancient texts passed down through generations. This was no ordinary beast, he said, his eyes wide with fear. This was the marking, a ritual. The creature has chosen Laila. He marked her, and on the 15th night of the moon, he will return for her soul. A silence fell over the gathering. Faces turned pale. Prayers began. Anbar, her father, asked desperately, "What can we do? How do we stop this?" Physician Juna replied grimly, "The beast must be killed before the 15th moon. That is the only way to break the curse." The village trembled in fear, but Anbar stood tall and declared to the people, "Whoever slays the beast before the 15th night will win my daughter's hand in marriage." Two warriors stepped forward. One was MAJNU, son of the Aflaj village chief, a lion wrestler and a hero among men, and someone who had loved Laila since their childhood. The other, Case, a quiet, sharp-eyed swordsman whose blade had felled many, and whose heart had secretly always longed for Laila. Without wasting a moment, MAJNU and Case rode deep into the uncharted desert, farther than any man had dared. Days passed. Nights fell. They crossed oceans of burning sand, faced blinding sandstorms, and battled thirst and madness, chasing a shadow that refused to be caught. Back in the village, Laila was slowly fading. Each morning she grew paler. Her eyes dimmed. Her once glowing face now looked as if life was being drained from within. People feared she was slipping away, her soul being consumed. Every night, the villagers lit fires and prayed for her, for the warriors, for hope. And then, one dusky evening, as the sun melted into the dunes, a lone camel rider appeared on the horizon. The village watched breathlessly. It was MAJNU. He looked weary, worn, yet triumphant. Behind him, slung over the camel's side, a massive, blood-soaked sack. The villagers gathered as he threw it to the ground. "The beast is dead," he announced. "I killed it." But Cais gave his life in the fight. The crowd gasped. A wave of grief and relief swept the village. Laila awakened the next morning with color in her cheeks. Her eyes sparkled once more. The curse was broken. Preparations for the wedding began. The village rejoiced and danced. Musicians played. Laila was adorned in crimson silks and golden jewels, her beauty once again unmatched. On the wedding night, under a full moon, she entered MAJNU's chamber as his bride. Outside, music rang out, fires danced, and people celebrated deep into the night. Until 2 camel riders approached the village. The guards squinted. As they neared, the torches revealed the impossible. It was MAJNU and Kais, alive. Dust-covered, wounded, and stunned, they climbed down. The village froze in disbelief. MAJNU's voice trembled. "We failed. We chased the beast for days. We almost had it, but it escaped into the storm. We couldn't kill it." A cold silence gripped the air. People looked around, eyes widening. If MAJNU and Kais were here, then who was inside the room with Laila? Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream tore through the night. It was Laila. The villagers ran, but they were too late. The beast had kept its promise. On the 15th moon, it came back for her soul.